Continuing with unfair persuasion secret tactics. Another common one that works very well is the as soon as. So you say, as soon as you lock in the home at this price, you'll love it when it starts going up, when it starts appreciating. Or as soon as you go out with me, you'll love that you found someone you can have a great time with no worries, no hassles, no strings attached, but still trust. You see? You see? So as soon as you'll, okay? You can also use the you want, don't you? You want, don't you? Well, you want to make money, don't you? Or, well, you want to have a good time, right? Well, you want to lock it in a lower price, right? Hey, next year you won't be able to afford it. It keeps going up, as you've seen. You want peace of mind, don't you? You want safety, don't you? See, whatever it is that made them call you or give you the time of day, they want something. So you want this, don't you? And that's a tie down. And then the already done is the you'll love it. You'll love it. It's already done. Speak to them like it's already done and put in their mind how they'll feel when it's already done. Does that make sense? Write this down. You're going to love this. See? Already done. Already done. Oh, just imagine waking up and looking out the window at this gorgeous view. See, already done. Already done. Hey, as soon as you guys move in, invite me over for a barbecue on this awesome patio. See? Now we're talking about selling a house, but it's the same kind of thing. It applies to anything. You act like it's already done. And in your communications, you can seed commands, such as, I want it done right now. So you go to your wife and you say, honey, can you cook dinner right now so that later we can relax together? Or you say to the kids, can you guys clean up right now? Or better than saying, can you? Don't say can you, say, go ahead and do this right now. Go ahead and make dinner right now. See, right now is the command. Excuse me, don't say can you. Don't say can you or why don't you. You know, people say, why don't you? Why don't you just go on over here? Well, think about it. Why don't you is asking them why they don't. Or can you is asking them if they can. Don't ask, tell. So say, honey, go ahead and make dinner right now so that we can enjoy ourselves together later. Or, kids, pick up your rooms right now and we'll get together on your homework afterwards. Go ahead and do this right now and then we'll continue later. So what you do is you give it right now and then you give a redirect to something later, to the promise of something later. Let's go ahead and get the paperwork filled out right now and then later we'll talk about making better arrangements or making arrangements. You see what I'm saying? You tie down right now and embed commands that way. Now, one of the most important things that you can ever do is act as if you've already had a lot of whatever it is you're trying to get. What do I mean by that? Well, have you ever noticed if you were dating a girl, if you had a girlfriend or a woman or a lady, right? I'm talking to you like a teenager now, that when you're dating someone, whether you're a man or a woman, when you're dating someone of the opposite sex, you'll notice that others of the opposite sex seem to be attracted to you. Why is that? Because there's just an energy. Have you ever noticed that when you're making money, you can start making more money? But let's say you haven't had a date in months. And you're just trying so hard to get a date, it seems like you can't even get anyone to look at you. Why is that? Because something about when you're already getting it, it's easy to get more, isn't it? That creates the flow. So you want to act as if you've already scored or you've already sold. You pump yourself up in a frame of mind. How does it feel after you score? After you score the biggest sale of the day. Does that feel good? Now lock in that feeling, anchor that in. And then the next time you start the day, act as if you've already been selling it. Every time you're at a new appointment or on a new phone call, act as if you just made a killer sale because then you don't care. There's not this pressure. You're not letting off this energy that's hungry and desperate. See? You're more of a joyful energy, okay? So act as if you've already gotten it. Does that make sense? Now, make them see it after they did it, right? Remember, as soon as you move in, oh, you guys are going to love waking up here in this house. Or as soon as you sign up, we'll provide you with 24-hour security detail. You can finally rest at ease. As soon as you sign up. Well, as soon as you sign here. As soon as you sign up, let's get it done, and you can rest easy tonight. We'll be protecting you. See, whatever it is you're selling, use the command words now, right now. Well, you now want safety and security, don't you? Well, you now want to use the car this weekend, right? Good, then go ahead and get that homework done right now. You see? You see the difference? And in any thing that you're trying to accomplish in communication, stick to these pre-control rules. Stick to these rules I've given you. Okay? And of course, something that's very strong too is to convert with them. What's the difference between rape and rapture? Salesmanship. What's the difference? Hey, wimpy salesmen have skinny kids, right? Is that docs? Is that? Okay? Convert with them. Okay, you're trying to convert them, ultimately, aren't you? To your way of thinking, to buying your product, to signing up for your service, to marrying you, to going out with you. So convert with them by standing beside them and say, I know what you mean. Okay? How do you stop a moving train? Convert with them. That's a highly effective thing to do, is convert with them. And use phrases You look out at things objectively and make profound phrases and they'll start saying it. You go, you know, people ought to just be able to be happy. People ought to, yeah, I ought to be able to make myself happy, you know? See, you say something like that and then they start saying it. So you can embed ideas and seed ideas that way. You can even seed doubt. You know, I heard that other school's a good school, but he doesn't let his students try other arts. And I just think that's a little bit insecure. It's my opinion. Boom, planted a seed of doubt, okay? You know, those other realtors are good realtors, I hear. But I think people ought to be offered all the choices. Even if they're not my listings, I'll be glad to show them to you. I'm not interested in the commission. I'm interested in finding you your home. Because then I know you're going to tell your friends about me. I want to make you find your dream. I want to help you find your dream. See? See? So break the ice. Break the ice that way. Another way to break the ice, I call this reverse cheese. Salesmanship is considered very cheesy. So you can reverse cheese. What do I mean by that? I mean that you can say, as you now tell me you want me to pick you up at 8, you'll be delighted to know that you're going to have the best night of your life. And it's so cheesy that you laugh together. You see what I'm saying? You can mock salesmanship and mock what you have to go through to reverse it. Right? Mock it. Mock the sales process. Mock it all. Okay? Everyone is a straw dog, it says in the Haga Cure. Okay? So you can also use the takeaway close. What do I mean by the takeaway close? Take it away from them. Don't let them buy it. Don't let them make them easy. Okay? Don't make it easy for them. Let them reach for it. Once you know they want it. Or even if you don't and they're stroking and stalling, say, well, you know, maybe it's not for you. You know, I've got another buyer who wants to see this thing at 4 o'clock, so I'll go ahead and give you a call later. See? You have to know when it's right to use the takeaway. Say, look, after 5 o'clock today, it's done. So what do you want to do? Okay? A little pressure, a little takeaway, and then you go, you use the which, takeaway and which, or the either or, as they say. The either or. Do you want 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock? Okay? Do you want to go try for an arm loan, or would you rather go for conventional financing? Okay? I can get you an interest-only loan, I'm sure. I have a guy who works down in financing who will hook you right up. Your payments will be lower than you ever thought. Or would you rather go for an arm loan? Option or. Did you want this one or that one? Do you want A or B? Do you want me to pick you up at 3 or 6? Which would be better for you? The option of choice. Well, neither. Well, look, call me back. Can you call me back? I can't call you back. I have to go. Never do a call back. You remember that, right? The important thing is timing. It's got to be fluid. The pressure that you apply has to be like water. Does that make sense? It's got to be like water. And so you intuit when to use your tie downs. You can use the if then. Can I use the car? If I let you use the car, are you going to finish your homework? Can I take private lessons? If I give you private lessons, are you going to study harder? So whatever it is a tie down. If they ask a question, is there a school around here? Say, if I can find your place, if I can find out if there's a good school around here, can we make an offer today and get this thing wrapped up? Because it's going to go. See? See what I mean? And that's the can I, if I let you, will you, okay? That's a really good way to tie it down. Now another way is to repeat enticing or lustful words to increase lust for your product or service. For example, this market is hot, hot, hot. Or this house is right for you. Oh, if you go out with me tonight, we are going to have fun. Or you get to college, you finish college, and you're going to make money, and have beautiful girls. See what I'm saying? Whatever it is, by bam, okay? It's called rapid fire, or multiple strikes, right? Do you just punch once? No, you don't go boom and wait for the other guy. No, you come in boom until they're down or fleeing. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with exciting or lustful words. You need to really pump them out there. Boom, multiple shots, okay? Now another great one is called the dudder. And what I mean by the dudder is that you sneak it in or out with an unrelated question. Sneak it in or out with an unrelated question. Let me give you an example of what I mean by the dudder, okay? Here's how I'll sneak it in. Let's say I'm down negotiating for a car, trying to buy a car. I'll say, well, you guys are going to give me the price that I want, right? Hey, do you have my cell number? See, I brought it in. I put a little air of menace, like, right? A little air of expectation. And then I just, boom, hey, do you have my cell number? See? So right away, bringing it in. And you can also sneak it out the same way. See? They ask you a question like isn't this expensive? And you go, exactly. And that's why we've got zero interest financing. Hey, did you hear about what happened last week? See what I'm saying? So it's boom. It's basically, it's the same thing as feigning and then slam, right? And the act of submission is the counterattack. So you're feigning a submission, right? Same thing, right? Shift and hit, same kind of thing. The dudder. The dudder is very strong if you know how to use it right, because it's boom. It's boom, and then before they have a chance to chew on it or to object, you're already off to something else. Now, you guys are going to give me the price I want, right? Hey, did I give you my cell number? They don't have time to say, look, we can only do so much. Okay? But if they do say that, then I can say, Well, I guess I'm out of here. I'm going to hunt for another dealership. You've got my email. Got to act like you don't want it. You got to be able to let go, especially when you're in the negotiation. Either side of the negotiation table, you've got to be willing to let go, relinquishing the attachment. Does that make sense? You have to be willing to just let it go. If you're willing to walk away from the deal, okay, you have more options. Now, if you're desperate and hungry and your kids are starving, it's hard for you to act like you could walk away. But you've got to have that power, because if they sense that you can't walk away from it, then you're theirs, and they're going to get whatever they want out of you, or not buy from you. Okay, so you've got to have that ability. And to flow from venue to venue, when we flow from hitting to kicking to trapping to grappling to weapons to mass attack, right, flowing back and forth, multiple attackers, flowing from here to there. Okay, we're boxing, boom, hit the ground, I hit the lights out, I throw a knife in. You see what I'm saying? Flowing from venue to venue in the area of selling and persuasion and negotiation, just like I taught you in the martial arts. It's the same thing, flowing from venue to venue and being able to do that. Now, if you push just a little too hard and you can see that you're losing them, you can do a quick fix. You can just back off just a little bit. You can say, I'm sorry, right? And that elicits guilt and sympathy. And then you just start, let's say you were hitting them with a 10, okay? You were hitting them hard and selling them hard. And you just saw that they flanched or got uncomfortable. Back off physically and go, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. It's been just such a great week, and I'm sorry. And then that'll elicit, they'll feel a little guilty for feeling bad or making you feel bad, right? And then, so they'll feel a little guilty or get a little sympathy, and then you just resume, but this time only take it up to a 6 or a 7. See, it's intuitive, water-like feel. Another way is to throw it right back in their face. Throw it right back at them. Okay? This works especially well in family quarrels with relatives and things like that. Whatever they say, right, you just pretend it's a ball, and you throw it right back at them. Like if they say, oh, pretty good for a Jones, you throw it back at them. You go, for a Jones? Well, I think Jones are the finest. What's your problem? What exactly do you mean by that? See, people love to throw in these little barbs covertly, just these little comments. So when you say, what exactly do you mean by that? What you're doing is you're basically saying, draw your sword, let's see what you've got. Put them up, let's see. Can you back your words? Can you back your play? What are you saying? Let's test it right here on the mat right now. That's what you do. And most people cannot handle that kind of confront. They can't handle that. So they'll say, oh, I didn't mean anything, and you chase it down. But you always sit on the ball when you chase it down. So you relax. You don't go, what did you mean by that? You don't do that. You don't use emotion. You say, no, you said it. You said it. What do you mean? Well, I didn't mean anything. Well, an honest person is gladly held accountable for what they say. And I know you're honest, right? So what specifically did you mean by that? See, you never tire. You never tire. See, because if you start to tire and you get a little whine in your voice, you've given them an out. You've given them an exit, okay? So don't give them an exit. Never tire. Does that make sense? Never tire. Always be able to just hold that energy right here, okay? You've got it right here. Just what did you mean by that specifically, and get it out. And who knows what they'll say. And whatever they say, you mock it and pick it apart. Just mock it and pick it apart and throw it back at them. That's another technique. Now, this can be used in sales as well. Well, I really don't think. Oh, what do you mean? Don't think. No, don't think what? No, what did you mean? No, come on, say it. See? You don't offer them an out. You're just all water. You're like a tidal wave. Now, you can become a gentle stream, and then once you've surrounded them, you can turn to ice. And then they're stuck. You can even reestablish relationships with long-lost or estranged loved ones or friends with your new power. And you'll find them treating you with a new respect. So here's what you would say. You might call them up out of the blue and say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm doing great, and I just thought of you out of the blue, and I have really, really great memories of you, and I know we had some challenges, but I just want to say thanks for being there in my life because, man, it was a lot of fun. I hope you're doing well. Watch if that doesn't break the ice. When you're negotiating, persuading, or navigating your way through life, I don't want you to just strike once. I want you to be like water and strike again and again and again like thundering rain, crashing down, an overwhelming barrage, a symphony of drums. That's how you should strike again and again and again, not just once, but again and again and again and again and again and again and again. We're going to talk now about warrior qigong, breathing, and internal exercises that you can do to strengthen your inner and outer man. You know that breathing is so essential to life. Most people are chest breathers. Let's call them peasant breathers. You know, if you take a look at a newborn infant sleeping in his crib lying there, you'll notice his belly rising up and down. But somehow, as we grow and we become programmed by stress and everything else, we start breathing in our chest. We become chest breathers. That's wrong. We need to breathe deep. That's very important because when you breathe deep, it increases your circulation. It increases your blood flow. It actually extends and prolongs your life. With every breath deep in and out, you are in fact renewing your blood. You're cleansing your blood and purifying your body. You're breathing in oxygen and you're breathing out waste product.